Walmart, the biggest grocery chain in the world. And out of 85 of the stores that accept Apple Pay, Walmart would rather accept PayPal than have anything to do with it. For some reason, they despise the most convenient way of spending money, a digital wallet where you can't accidentally flush it down the toilet, lose it in the couch, or realize you left it at home after scanning all your items. So of course, the public did not approve.
I refuse to do that, the Walmart Pay thing.
You bums don't even take Apple Pay.
And they don't take Apple Pay.
They don't take Apple Pay here? Walmart doesn't take Apple Pay?
So Walmart, accept Apple Pay.
Never underestimate the laziness of an American. But all these years later, Walmart is still willing to take all this hate. But why? Well, there are three main reasons most stores don't use Tap. One, they're a smaller store in your local neighborhood. There's not much of a need for it there, and they're better off without all the extra stress. Because there's so many different brands for card readers, and some don't accept every card. It honestly just keeps things simple and keeps them getting by. Walmart does not fit this category. The second reason is expenses. I mean, they can sometimes cost a little more upfront, but unless you have a busted 2006 card reader, the prices are very similar. In fact, they're more than likely not saving anything. The repairs cost the same, the 2 to 3 fees credit card companies take are the same, and they're made by the exact same companies. The only difference is the customer experience. They wouldn't want to just make their customers suffer for no reason. So that leaves us with the third option. Self-promotion. You see, Tap is still technically available at Walmart. On their app, that's free. And I mean, they're the biggest grocery chain in the world. There's not much Walmart can do at this point to stop customers from shopping there. Think about it. Have you ever wanted to go to Walmart and then suddenly changed your mind because there's no Apple Pay? Of course not. But even though it's not stopping us, what are they really getting out of it? Especially if it doesn't require a Walmart Plus subscription. Well, some could say it's a marketing scheme, by getting people to look at very tempting deals and low prices every time they open their digital card, which is a good point. They could definitely make a couple more $1 million every year, but that still begs the question, is that really worth all the criticism? Well, the short answer is no. Their reason is much bigger than that. 2011, there was a meeting between all the biggest chain stores in the world. It featured the likes of Target, Best Buy, Walmart, and a few more. While they were competitors, they could all agree on one thing. They hated credit card fees. I mean, every time someone would swipe, insert, or tap with the credit card companies take a 2 to 3% cut, which doesn't seem like much, but debit cards only charge 0.5 to 1% fees. Let's look at it like this. 2011, Walmart produced $419 billion, in which $62 billion of that was made from people using their credit cards. So that 3% fee the companies charge ends up being $1.9 billion that Walmart missed out on, compared to $300 million debit cards took. And this is before inflation hit, by the way. So all of these major companies came together to create
CurrentC.
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 CurrentC app. CurrentC.
Led by Walmart and Best Buy, this was their own currency, where their main goal was to completely eliminate the need for physical cards. They could increase loyalty reward programs through the card, escape the 2 to 3% credit card fees, and most importantly, they could see exactly where their customers shopped at, when they shop, and what they shop for. This data could help these companies nearly double their sales, and other companies began to take notice. Soon, major gas stations, chain restaurants, and even airlines started supporting the cause. They were all eagerly waiting for the beta to release in 2015, until October of 2014 happened.
When it launched Apple Pay.
Apple Pay has just rolled out.
Apple Pay uses a chip in the iPhone to complete a transaction.
Apple Pay.
Apple Pay.
Its version of a mobile wallet called Apple Pay.
This changed everything. You see, Apple loved the idea of digital currency too, but Apple took a different approach than the retailers. CurrentC is more of the company's benefit. They didn't care much for the customer experience. In order to use CurrentC, you needed to unlock your phone, open the app, then scan the QR code every single time you make a purchase, which honestly wasn't that bad, until Apple took advantage of the chips phones have built in them. With a simple double click on the power button, you could access any card you need without the internet connection too. And most importantly, Apple Pay kept your data anonymous, emphasizing customer privacy. This made the big companies furious. I mean, they were only 1 year away from releasing CurrentC, and Apple pulls this? So in retaliation, a lot of the stores blocked not only Apple Pay, but blocked Google Pay too, which had already been around for 3 years. It was just a little less popular. And people were not happy about this. Apple and Google should pull the CurrentC app from their stores.
Wow, these retailers are so dumb. They're missing the point in all
Not
this.
shopping with any of these companies who support CurrentC until they bring it back.
I actually gotta take Apple's side on this.
You couldn't even get the same perks from these cards, such as financing or rewards for credit cards offer. Things were starting to get out of hand. And unlike Walmart, not all companies were willing to take the hit for CurrentC. Even Best Buy, one of the leaders of this movement, gave in to Apple Pay. And that began a momentum shift. More and more companies were no longer willing to wait for a slower, chunkier version of Apple Pay. And in 2017, before CurrentC was ever officially launched, they abandoned the project. And chain stores, gas stations, airlines, and even restaurants across the world now accept credit and debit cards, and gave in to Apple Pay. Except Walmart. But this still doesn't make sense. Walmart still accepts physical credit and debit cards, so does Walmart just have something against Apple Pay? Well, I mean, that is honestly a possibility, but what they really wanted is the customer data. That was the main reason they created CurrentC in the first place. Avoiding the 3% credit card fees was simply a bonus, and through their free mobile app they use now, they can learn what products you like, how often you shop, and have your contact info. This helps them know which items to keep, create coupons customers actually care about, and save a little bit more money on less fees. This would end up generating billions of more dollars for them over the years, which outweighs paying for physical credit card fees and receiving hate from the public. This really shows the true character of Walmart and some of the hard decisions you need to make in the business world. Whether it's not having enough money to pay you and your employees, debating whether you should sell a stock or not, or when to know if you should quit your job, there's pros and cons to both Walmart's side and the customers. So what would you do if you were Walmart? Would you put customers first and accept Apple Pay for the customer's convenience? Or would you do what's best to make your company money, constantly finding ways to improve your brand, even at the sacrifice of your own customers' convenience? Let's have some fun with it. Let's say you're a YouTuber with tens of millions of subscribers. You're making multi-millions every year. You could basically retire right now and still live a lavish lifestyle. As you're doing research online, you discover there's a company that can access all of your viewers' habits on YouTube. You can see what time they open YouTube, their watch history, their comments, and even their eye tracking reports. You can see it all. And all your viewers have to do is give consent. Not everyone will say yes, but enough do. If you make this move, you can double your income over the next few years. You will get more views, likes, and subscribers than ever before. But you'll also start to notice the comments getting a lot more hostile. Some of your most loyal fans are starting to question you now. Your community is still there, but it's not the same. Do you still do it? Is the money worth the hate? Well, comment down below what you think. Because we already know what decision the owner of Walmart made. But do you even know who the owner of Walmart is? Or YouTube? Well, neither did I until I made this video.